So first thing we're going to do is to make sure that we manage these Charity Proud campaigns for all our donors. So go to campaigns and you will see all the active campaigns here. Two things. Once the campaigns are no longer needed, we need to make them inactive. For example, this is the RAB tickets campaign for 2021. We stopped selling tickets for a long time. So we're going to make this campaign inactive. So unclick or uncheck this box which is active, save and close, and that takes it away from the active campaigns it's displaying. The next thing you need to do is make sure that once the RAB donations are in and RAB sponsorship monies are in, no more coming in, then you need to do exact same thing for both of these campaign, RAB sponsors and RAB donation, make them inactive. If for some reason the money has not come by August 15th, then you need to go in and change the date and extend it so that campaign can continue. And that way, once all the money is here and we make both of these inactive, we should only have 4 active campaigns at any given time. And that's for this fiscal year, 21-22 Text to Give, grants, general donation, and board donations. And then every year, we must change that and create new campaigns for next fiscal year and then make these inactive. Usually we keep this from July to July because even though our fiscal year ends in June, the HSJ bookkeeping people, they sometimes enter June data in July. That's why the end date is extended. Otherwise, there is no need to extend that end date. So that's something to keep in mind. Other thing is every year when you create a new Text to Give campaign, it will look like something like this when you create a new campaign, and then it will give you an online donation page. So it will create a new URL, and we need to change this URL into something called Flocknotes. So if you go to Flocknote and go to login, we put my email address ansha@eitek.com, and we put the password FFTD at 2020, first F capital. Once you have that, we need to click on this set a keyword and make sure that right here says custom TTJ message. This is the URL we need to change. So we need to update that. Once we change it, we save this information, and that's about it. That way, now you have new URL going to this text, 84576, FFT to 84576. So that will go to the new URL as opposed to the old URL. And I'm going to log out to Flocknote. So here's the Flocknote URL, foodforthoughtdenver.flocknote.com/login. Again, email is ansha@eitek.com, and password is FFTD, like Food for Thought Denver, at 2020, and the first F is capital. All right. Now let's come back here. So when you create a new campaign, you want to, give the campaign name, the campaign code, start date, end date, and then don't close it, just save it. When you save it, you'll be able to look at these fund types. Make sure you put the right fund types. So Text to Give has individual donations as fund type. Save it, and then you can look at its online donation page. That's the one that Text to Give goes to, right? So I'm just going to show you different fund types for each one. For grants, the fund types for this campaign are corporate grants, federal grants, foundation grants, local government grants, and state grants. Okay. For general donations, our fund types are corporate donations and individual donations. And then for board donations, our fund type is board donations. All right. So we need to manage these campaigns once a year. Something else for donor management is we have to do daily actually, is every day you go into donations. And when you go there, you will see certain things blank here. Okay, campaign being blank. And that comes from recurring donations. When people give us recurring donations, those are automatically charged to their credit card at midnight or just after midnight. And when those things are charged, they don't have campaign assigned to it. And when that happens, HSJ does not know that, because all they are doing is inputting data. They don't look at the existing data. And when they input data, new ones, that's fine. They assign that campaign, but this one won't have a campaign. And if it doesn't have a campaign, then when they try to sync this with QuickBooks, it's going to fail. For example, this Diane Donovan, this morning I did this. When I went in there was no campaign assigned to them. This was blank like this, just like this, right? So it actually tells you that, hey, 8:30, I updated this this morning. So again, we just change the campaign and a fund type and then save and close. So that way it easily syncs with QuickBooks. So that needs to be done on a daily basis. Okay. Again, click on donations and look for empty campaigns. It should be right on top, first 2, 3, 4. Shouldn't be beyond that. So hopefully that is helpful for both donation and campaign as to how to manage this in Charity Proud moving forward. If you have any questions, there are very good help here, as well as help video right here.